A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And here we go from Miami. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Allen taken right to the air. And his first pass falls incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he gets him around 6 there. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Allen on 3rd and short. Here's a loft deep down the middle. That's caught at the 25. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 6-0 lead right away. Christian Watson with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Escapes the pocket, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
Okay, this is one of those times and moments that even though it's been years and decades, I could still hear the great Mike Holmgren saying to me, after I tried to scramble as a QB that couldn't really run like I got today, and he would say, oh, Brock, bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart. And really what he's saying is don't ever try that again.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's going deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers finish off their opening drive. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Steelers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Butker on now to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running with Walker again. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll go with Walker on the counter. This will get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Toss play, this is Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Allen on 3rd down. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The rookie from Ohio State takes it away. He had to put some air under that one to try to drop it in, but that worked to the defense's favor as they get there and pick it off.
Just a touch lower, and he may have dropped it right in the breadbasket. These lob passes are a useful tool, and they look incredible when thrown properly. But there is such a small margin of error between an easy completion and giving the ball away.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming on the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Dolphins take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. This is ahead for about 5. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Gibbs now from the gun. Past midfield to the 45. And finally stopped at the 34. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll try and throw it here. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Pat Surtain has it. And the Dolphins have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Walker. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They have it, 2nd and 4. From the 34. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10 from the 41. A give up the gut to Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Finds his fullback. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down throw for Allen. He puts some air under it, deep down the middle. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Miami. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing from the gun here. He'll get this complete to Phins. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Fred Warner.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. And it's the Steelers with 3rd and 5. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And he's tackled for a short gain. Pickup of 3 on the carry. That's going to bring up 4th and 2. They're going for this. Along the sideline, and Pitts brings it in. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. They'll throw it. Gets everything he has under this. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. Is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this drive will start inside the 25. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Tipped in the air, and it's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. And the Steelers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep. or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. To throw here on first down. He gets a lot behind one. Deep down pick. Oh, my. It's intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He keeps it himself. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. He tries to sneak it. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touch. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This is complete to Gibbs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. He's going to throw this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Third and long for him here. He fires one deep down the middle. He's got it deep downfield. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers tie this game at 21. Butker on now to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Walker running to the right. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Keely Ringo making the play. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
He's out in the clear. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First and 10 from the 41. Staying with Walker. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. Moving in the right direction. 5 yards there, but still got a 3rd and 9 coming up.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on 3rd and long. Into the hands of Walker. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking to throw. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Picked off by Peyton Wilson. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just one snap later.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. A pickup of 2, maybe 3. Importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st and 10 from the 41. Another one for Gibbs. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Running it with Gibbs. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try Gibbs again. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Now looking to throw. This throw is cut. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
This is Walker on 2nd. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running with Walker again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
So now here's 3rd and 5. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. The flag makes this 3rd down and 10. He'll throw it. Put the body on the line for his team. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Miami.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Allen now on first down. Throw left side, brought in by Hawkinson. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Walker running right. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins trail by a field goal. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 31. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Handoff to Walker from the gun. And they bring him down around the 34. Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And it's on its way and through. He hit it from deep. And they've tied it up late in the 4th.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Setting up to pass. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And now it's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
He'll look to throw it. Pitts brings it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
One final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. This game now resting on the attempt from Harrison Butker. This is a chip shot from the left hash. The kick is good. He got it. And the 3rd time he puts it through will be the charm. They've won it. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew,